So, I have no idea. Hi.
How are you going to come to an interview with no questions?
Oh, no. I know. Okay.
What's your name, Josh Acasas?
All right. So, today I'm here with my good friends, Melissa, and I have forgotten your name.
Billy.
Billy! Okay.
I'm afraid to get
I know. Okay. I edit a lot. All right. All right, so today we're here with my good friends Melissa and Billy. They are autism parents, and this is the first of hopefully many installments of my Fireside Chat. We have our fire and we will have our chat, so let's get down to this. So when did you first realize something was not right?
At about 2, when he was not saying any words.
Right.
At all. Like, well, okay, I can't say it all. It was like mama, dada, and maybe a few others, but nothing consistent but those. And he was not sleeping well at night, and all he did was run back and forth everywhere.
Right.
And we went to the pediatrician, and they were like, how many words is he saying? And when I told them, they were like, okay, we've got to get him in with early childhood intervention and get an evaluation, and then everything went from there.
So did you suspect autism, or was that even on your radar at all?
Yes, because of my brother being on the spectrum, and I went to school and did many papers on autism, so I pretty much
had experience with it, right?
Yes. So I was like, okay. I went back and forth. I think most parents go back and forth on it because you don't want them to have autism,
right?
But then you're like, okay, he probably does, but then other days he's doing good, so you're like,
right,
I don't know. So I think sometimes even now I'm like,
does he really?
Well, not so much does he really, but how low functioning, because they have him as intellectually disabled,
right?
And part of me feels like, okay, maybe, but then other parts, you've seen him,
right.
He is learning some of his ABCs, and he's learning how to count, and it's sticking to his memory, and I know that's one of the problems is memory with intellectual disability, and there's just some things that I'm like, maybe, but could it just be the communication barrier?
Right, and then once he gets past that, then he'll just take off
Exactly.
and go. I don't know. I don't think doctors are right all the time. I really don't.
I don't either. And they did say, to be fair, that because this was just through the school, actually. We're waiting
Jesus.
to get with Texas Children's still.
Our fire's going nuts. I don't know what's happening.
It's burning something.
Oh, is that the one with the bug in
I was
it?
gonna say, hopefully a fly.
Oh yeah, that's the one with the big bug in it.
We're burning bugs.
We're burning bugs, y'all.
But we haven't got with Texas Children's yet because there's like a 6 to 9
Right.
wait. But with the school, to get him in, they had to evaluate him, and they have him as being on the spectrum and intellectual disability, and they said that it could change, but right now, I guess because he can't talk and tell us, oh yes, I know this and I can remember this, they have to label him as that for now.
Right. Yeah, like with Griffin, I didn't even realize that he knew his colors until I started trying to teach him his colors, and I went to go play a sorting game, and he's like, oh, and I was like, whoa! Like, we had never done it before, and he just knew.
I'm
So
like,
I don't
"Good
know what
job."
he knows,
Yeah.
I don't know what's in there.
And like every now and then he'll say words, and I'm like, why haven't you been using that word? And it's probably because you're trying to make me perform, Mom.
Right? Dance, monkey, dance.
Exactly.
So what do you think is the biggest thing that has helped him?
Therapy.
So is that
Therapy.
ABA
School.
therapy, or is that speech therapy?
Well,
Or?
he does like speech therapy at home, at school, and then he had an occupational therapist, a developmental therapist, and a speech therapist that came up until he turned 3, and that's when he started catching on to more words. But as far as school goes, he's learned to, like, if I open the door and I step out and he steps out, he won't take off running. He will grab, I can put my hand out and he'll just grab it. Before school, he'll just take off.
Right.
So school definitely is making a big difference as well. So now I'm like, we're going back to school after the summer. How far behind are we now?
I think all kids lose a little bit during the summer. You know, in England they only have like 6 weeks of summer. That's it. That's all they get. So what is something that you guys?
Just because that's all the summer that they have in England.
They're like, these are the 6 weeks it's not raining,
actually,
right?
They only have 6 weeks of sun, and that's it.
So it's Seattle.
That's why we left. That's why our ancestors was like, we're not going back there.
So what is something that you guys have tried that hasn't worked?
To get him out of fecal smearing. Oh my God, we've tried everything.
Jeez.
Taping the diaper.
Right.
And
Do you get the cute duct tape?
No,
we get the
get the
gorilla.
Really?
And even he gets that off
Wow.
sometimes. And then probably there was something else with that. Oh, we were able to put like shorts with a belt on for a while, but now he's figured out how to shimmy out of that, like Houdini baby. I don't know. So,
You know how like rats can fit into a hole? It doesn't matter how fat they are; they can fit into a hole like that. I think they're the same way. They just constrict their body to just.
yeah.
pretty much.
Because I mean, I tie Griffin shorts on tight. Like it leaves little marks because it's so on there tight,
And
and
they
he
still
just,
get
if he really wants to, he gets in there. So what do you think his future looks like?
That I have no idea.
That's
Some
gonna be
days I'm like,
interesting.
oh, I think that he'll catch up. Other days I'm like, I don't know. I think it really just depends on
if he ever starts
picking
talking.
up the language,
Right.
because the language barrier I think is what holds back a lot of kids.
Right.
I mean, of course the meltdowns do, which he doesn't have a lot of meltdowns. It's
He's a happy kid.
yeah, like every now and then he will, and that's like you'll see bruises on his head right here, and I'm like, oh God.
Oh, because he's a head
You saw-
slammer.
Did you see him headbutting?
Oh,
the
yeah,
door?
'cause he wanted to get out.
Exactly. He does that at home.
Yeah.
When
And that
he-
started at school.
When he doesn't get what he wants, is when he does that. But it's not all the time.
Right.
So it's not consistent.
So like
Yeah, Griffin pulls his hair, he scratches himself.
Actually, I think that did
Stuff like
start
that.
at home, but it started more at school, but probably because there's more kids around, so there's more of we can't do that right now,
And there's more frustration.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we've also, for the whole fecal smearing thing, I was like reading online, and a lot of things will say to do other sensory things because
Right.
it may be a sensory thing. So we've tried shaving cream, and that didn't work. And then I haven't tried. We need to try the because we got him some of the kinetic sand. I'm praying. So all I can do is pray.
I'm going to send you home with a box of kinetic sand and toys in it
Okay.
because Griffin won't play in it. He doesn't
Oh, really?
like getting it on his hands.
That's right.
He won't do it. He'll
Tommy's played with it before.
fill up
but
cups and dump it all out, and then it'll just be gone. But yeah. So
Yeah, and that
You
was
can
one
take
of,
that home with you. A parting gift.
and that was like one of the issues he had when he was little, is playing with Play-Doh and stuff. But
Right.
he got over that pretty quick.
All right, so this one's for you. Why do you think it is that a lot of dads in families that have autism don't stay or
'Cause it
can't
wasn't-
stay or whatever? Because like you're a
think-
rarity, you know that, right? You
Yeah.
are a very rare
know.
being here.
Well, it's not only rare that we've dealt with having an autistic child, much less a special needs child. The stuff that we've gone through before that too. A lot of families, or a lot of men and women that are couples, don't make it through that either.
Right.
So that makes it even more rare. I think it's
You bark,
the-
you go. We're filming. You bark, you go. That's the rule.
I think a lot of relationships fail because of the stress.
Right.
Because it's stressful having an autistic child,
Yes.
even a special needs child.
And I
It
think
doesn't
we
matter if
handle
it's-
stress a lot better.
Yeah. Because we've
In
had
most
some.
cases, I guess I shouldn't say always.
Yeah, we're not
but-
perfect, but you know.
Well, I mean women.
uh,
Sorry.
I'm gonna. Never mind.
So women handle stress better. I mean,
Melissa?
but
Now, I don't know though,
Hey.
because
Right there.
he's not that he does, like Griffin doesn't stress me out. He frustrates me sometimes,
Yeah.
but I don't really get stressed out by him. I mean,
Yeah, it's the same with me.
Well, but I mean, you hear stories
I get
all the time
stressed
from
at
women
times.
that,
Well, that's
that
what
as
I'm
soon
saying.
as the
Frustration.
diagnosis came, their husband was out.
Well, that's what I
No.
mean is that's why I
He's-
said I
No.
shouldn't say everyone is because there are guys that stay because
He's
they
still
can
my
handle
son.
the stress,
Right.
but I think that a lot of guys
Regardless.
don't know how to handle it.
Right.
So, I mean, it's kind of like when they're not expecting to have a baby and their girlfriend or wife gets pregnant and they split.
Right.
It's because they're not ready for that stress then either.
They're not ready for the responsibility.
Yeah, pretty much it's more responsibility with a special needs child, so it kind of is the same situation.
Yeah.
All right. So if you guys could have one thing available to you that isn't available now, as far as autism services go, or anything else, like what would that be? What would help you the most out of everything?
I think having more clinics to diagnose, especially in Houston, because we're such a big city, it's ridiculous that we have like not even a handful of
Right.
places to go.
And it's
And
9
then-
months to 18 months or
Yeah.
something like that to
Yeah.
get
Exactly.
in and all that. Right.
We should
And then-
have.
But there are other places that you can go to get
But
a
they cost
diagnosis.
so much.
Exactly. They're not covered by insurance, and it's going to cost you an arm and a leg just to get a diagnosis.
or if they do take
Just to
insurance,
have
it's
that.
one kind of insurance.
Right. I honestly wish they had a place like, kind of like St. Jude's, where it's like all 100%,
Yeah.
focused on, just the kids. If we could have things like that popping up where you could go in, you could get your kid diagnosed, there was nutritionalists there
Yeah.
was therapists there was everything, one-stop shop,
Yeah.
all autism, I think that would be awesome.
And if they would, I mean, I don't understand why they wouldn't. I mean, you would think when the statistics are the way they are, 1 to every 59 kid is autistic, you would think that, I mean, even from a from a money gain,
Right, the money's there.
yeah, they would want to open up more clinics
Right.
because they're going to have patients.
Right.
But nope, we have, like, Texas Children's really not that bad right now. They told me 6 to 9 months.
Right.
So, could be worse, but I don't think that there should be a wait. I think that everywhere should have multiple offices and clinics to go to get diagnosis.
Right. So, okay, so you mentioned the 1 in 59, which I think, honestly, it has to be higher because I think a lot of the cases aren't being
Yeah.
included in that number. But they've said that if it keeps rising the way it does, it's going to be 1 in 2 by what? 2025?
And we'll probably still only have one clinic.
In 2030, all of those 5-year-olds will be going into public school, or at least most of them. And what are you going to do with half a population of students coming into a school when that school is not prepared for half of those kids to be autistic?
Yep.
I don't think that we are prepared in any way, shape, or form for what's coming, and it's coming.
And there's other places to go that specialize in it, but there's not really any scholarships for it available. So
She's just gonna get love.
Yeah.
she's photobombing.
she photobombs all the time.
Yeah.
but
What?
I mean,
Oh, you're okay, Nugget.
off the record,
Okay.
the whole
Edit this out.
smoking part that we were talking about
Right.
earlier,
Oh.
if they would legalize that,
I need y'all in
why not
real.
put that money towards autism clinics and whatnot? I know, like
Public
California and
clinics or,
Well, no,
or,
like in-
or
in-
lower
in-
cost clinics.
In
Have a
Colorado,
laptop. You're a little
there
bit big
is a
for that.
guy that specializes in strains for autistic kids. He does, because some do better
Charlie,
on
sit down.
CBDs and some do better on
The THC.
THCs, yeah.
the
Right.
THC. And it would be amazing if that was, we could actually have that available
Mm-hmm.
to us to where we could find out, because it's a puzzle.
Yep.
Which would be better for your child, the CBD or the THC or a combination of both, or certain strains,
Yeah.
and that's what this guy he specializes in, and it's in Colorado, and it's only legal there. But the problem is, it's not legal to give it to anybody under the age of 18,
Yeah.
which is when they need it,
Yeah.
which is freaking ridiculous.
But even if they didn't give it to autistic kids, they could legalize it and put the tax money that they get from it towards.
Oh, into schools and into all kinds of
I know
stuff.
the other states that are doing it. They do put it towards schools,
Right.
but I mean, just as a whole, put all of it towards some kind of autism, whether it is for clinics or scholarships for school, or just a whole school, public school
Right.
for autistic kids,
I think that's what they're
or
going to end
special
up having
need,
to
or special
do.
needs in general. Because, I mean, yeah, even like Down syndrome and stuff, they get help through the schools and stuff too. But if there was a special needs school and for all special needs kids, they could specialize in each type of.
Right.
Kind of like JSA,
Yeah.
Explain.
Jacksonville School for Autism.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Or of
Abbey
autism,
School.
whatever
Oh,
it
yeah.
is, yeah.
Abbey School.
I was thinking Houston.
No, I'm
Mine
saying-
is always in Houston.
well, I was just thinking something like that. They could put the money into
Honey,
a
can
school
you turn
that's specifically for autism.
Lights, camera, action.
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, I
The
mean,
cameras are not
when every other kid is going to be autistic, they're going to have to. They're going to have the schools for the normal kids, and then they're going to have the public schools for the special needs kids.
Yeah,
They just are.
School for teachers is going to have to change
Yeah,
because
they need a whole different kind of training.
right now, to become a teacher in Texas, all you need is a bachelor's and to become certified. So, not every person that becomes certified is going to be qualified to teach special education. So, with as many as we're going to have that are special needs, there needs to be more teachers that are trained for special needs. So,
Yep.
All right. Is there anything else?
oh, I would really appreciate it if someone would make those jumpers for the fecal smearing that weren't like $30 to $50.
Right.
I would appreciate it.
The ones that zip up.
Walmart?
The ones that's in play, right?
Walmart, I know you're out there.
China, call us.
Right?
Oh, goodness.
All right. So you've seen my videos, right?
Yes.
You know how I end it?
No, I don't.
Okay, it's like, subscribe, tell a friend, do a little dance. You guys gonna dance with me?
No? I
Come
don't dance.
on, come on.
I'm white and I have 2 left feet.
All right, it's fine. Okay, let's see here. Is there anything else? I think that's it.
You are telling them to hit the notification bell, right?
No,
You need to.
That way they'll get notified
no
when
one
there's.
does nothing.
I do it.
But
Because
I get notified on all my videos. It comes up in my notifications that the video.
I
Well,
know.
it gives them a push notification. To the phone.
sometimes it
So it
automatically.
comes up on your.
Yeah.
On your. It gives you an actual notification on your phone, not on YouTube itself.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
like-
okay. So it comes up
Like
in
up
yeah,
here.
one of those
yeah.
notifications. Yeah.
All right, well, thank you so much for being my first couple and my first Fireside Chat. It's awesome.
Yes, now you just need to get a pit.
This is the fire pit.
Well,
It's too hot for the fire. I can't have real fireside chats until the wintertime, but that's why we have our fake
It's
fire.
summer and it's 81 degrees at 8.
We'll
At
pretend.
night.
I'll go get a jacket and a blanket, and they'll be like, why is she sweating? 'Cause they're in Houston. It's the summertime.
All right, well, that's it for today's video. I hope y'all liked it. If you did, like, subscribe, push the bell thingy.
Icon. Push the icon.
Push the button. Subscribe right now. Push it. And tell your friends and do a little dance. Come on, dance with
Tell
me.
your
girl.
mama.
Dance with me.
Tell your daddy.
And remember, embrace the spectrum. Embrace everyone on it because they all deserve it. And embrace all the things that can help them live their best lives possible, including talking to other parents, right? All right. Until next time, bye, y'all. All right, and that's it. Hit the button. Hit the button.